I'm Michael Slater. I'm the president and CEO of Nix Software. So the company was started in 1995 by Niels Kokkemore. Back in 95, Niels had the vision of taking software for graphic design and digital photography and taking it into a direction where users wouldn't have to do the level of work that they're doing now. When we were just beginning and when he was talking about what he wanted to do, he really reached me. I remember the day that we sat down with the first time for the prototype, and I watched him almost beaming as he was hacking coordinates, as he would say, into CodeWarrior. And he would see the effect. He would put in a coordinate. He says, I'm going to put a coordinate right here. What that became is what we now know as UPoint. UPoint actually got its name from what it can do. You point at any portion of the image and you can do anything that you want with it. You can make any change. Vivesa 2 now takes it to an entirely different level. What I'm really proud of is where we are now. Nix Software is not really so much a software company as it is a photography company that makes software.
I'm Josh Halfdell, Senior Product Manager at Nix Software. Vivesa 2 is a culmination of 18 months of research and development, incorporating a large team of designers, engineers, and most importantly, from feedback from our users, the professional photographers, the hobbyist photographers, who provide us with a lot of valuable insight into what they want the software to do and how they want it to work. So one of the things I like most about working here at Nix Software is the passion of our users. The photographers that are using our products on a daily basis, whether they're professionals or hobbyists, really shines through in our products. Vivesa 2 wouldn't be what it is without everybody pulling together and providing their feedback from every different perspective to ensure that the ultimate result is going to be a product that makes image editing that much better. Vivesa 2 will forever change the way you edit your photographs. Let's take a look at it. Within Vivesa 2, just as with the previous version of Vivesa, we can utilize control points to identify an object in an area, such as the sky, and using the size slider to identify how large that is, but then we can use these enhancement sliders to adjust the image. So for example, we'll start off with brightness, and let's darken the sky just a little bit, add a little bit of contrast, and now one of the new features inside of Vivesa 2 is the structure slider. I can use that to bring out the fine detail and texture of objects in the image, and you can see as we increase the structure, the clouds become more three-dimensional. I'm going to go in here now and I'm going to duplicate that control point and place it on the other side of the image to ensure that I've got a nice uniform selection. I'm going to keep on adding additional control points to other areas that I want to enhance, such as the foreground, and then apply a little bit of brightness, contrast, and again structure. It's a little bit too much, so we bring that down a little bit. And now we can again duplicate this control point and apply it on the other side of the image. Now to finish this image off, I'm going to place one last control point on the side of the barn, and I'm going to use that structure slider to really bring out the texture and detail. And same thing with the contrast and maybe a little bit of brightness as well. And there you go. On this image, we can take a look at another new feature available inside of Vivesa 2, which are the global adjustments. These global adjustments allow us to affect the entire image, so for example by adding contrast to the entire image first, and then utilizing control points afterwards to selectively adjust and enhance other portions of the image. So now I see that the sky has been blown out by adding contrast. I can bring the brightness back down again by adding a control point to the sky and duplicating that control point and placing it on the other side as well. I can then add additional control points to other areas that need further refinement, such as the dress and the groom's skin tones, and then be able to apply this enhancement very selectively. We can further improve that by adding maybe a little bit of global structure top of the image, and maybe even going back in and adding additional control point to the sky to further refine that enhancement. Vivesa 2 will quite simply change the way you'll edit forever.